So I thought I'd go ahead and do my bravery video that I talked about this week. Apparently, somehow along the way, I've picked up a virus. We're not sure what kind of virus it is or if I really did pick up a virus, but I've actually developed Bell's palsy because of it. So you can tell the way I'm talking, I can't use the left side of my face, which means the left side of my mouth is a little um, distorted, makes my speech distorted. The right side works fine. I can smile. It's not actually, I've seen some videos of other folks that have Bell's palsy, and it's not as debilitating as some people have had. Um, what started out weird, and it even is making my voice sound different, I think, because the paralysis is down, even down here into the back of my throat. So I think it's affecting the way my voice sounds a little bit anyway. I might not sound exactly like myself. Um, but it started out 2 weeks ago. I had a problem with my hand. Um, I went to move my hair out of my face like that, and my left hand, my fingers just kind of crumpled into my head. They didn't work like that, like your hand would work. So it scared the crap out of me, to be very honest, because my mom and my grandma have both had strokes. So I wanted to make sure that's not what was happening, and I went to my doctor, and he thought it was the ulnar nerve. It's your funny bone nerve, and I believe that is affected. That nerve is affected, and I'm still having trouble with this hand. I can't grasp anything or even hold a piece of paper. It slides right out. So washed my hair a while ago, and I can't do anything with both hands. It was a little weird. Anyway, so I thought, wash your hair, girl, put some makeup on and make your video. So that's what I'm doing for anybody that was wondering what was going on with me. The problem that is a little upsetting to me is I speak for a living. I work with clients and I talk with them daily, 2 or 3 clients a day. So bless their hearts, most of them have been very understanding. They all have been. And I spoke with someone this morning, and she said she could understand me. So we had a good session. But a lot of people are praying, and this needs to go so I can go ahead and continue doing what I do. Anyway, so to continue the story, it started with my arm, and that's still going on. So of course I research and I video look, I go to YouTube and look at videos about different things. So I went to the doctor. He pinpointed what was going on with my arm, which is a nerve malfunction, I guess you would call it, an injury. I did bump my crazy bone about 2 weeks before that, so he thought maybe I did something. That was last Monday. The next day, Tuesday last week, I was to go in for a root canal. Oh joy. And while I was getting ready to go do that, I was putting my makeup on, and I discovered that I could shut my right eye, but I could not shut my left eye and keep it shut. And that freaked me out. Again, I'm freaked out. So I got in the car. I'm like, this is not right. I drove myself to the emergency room. I was in there for 4 hours, and they checked me for stroke. They did a CT scan. Who knows what that's going to cost. This has already cost me way too much money just to try to figure out what's going on. Anyway, again, I'm just making my bravery video. So my brain turned out fine. I have a brain, and it was fine. No stroke or anything like that. No blood vessels burst or anything like that. They did not diagnose me as having Bell's palsy, which was a little strange because he had me do the raise your eyebrow thing. If you've had a stroke, it's amazing how the nerves in your head work. If you've had a stroke, you can still raise your eyebrows. But if you've got Bell's palsy, there will be a part of the side that is paralyzed that you can't move. So the very top of my forehead, later I found out was not moving, but I could still do this. So they counted out the, the stroke thing, or they didn't pick up the Bell's palsy thing. Um, anyway, that was last Tuesday. So my face just got progressively worse. I wasn't sure what was going on. I didn't think Bell's palsy, although I had heard about it and I knew some people that had gone through that. So I went throughout the rest of the week, and then Friday I had Bible study with the girls, and it just got progressively worse, my speech. I couldn't read from the book we were reading. I was going to read something out loud. I couldn't do that. I got really upset. They prayed for me. Bless their hearts. I love my girlfriends. And after that, I went back to my GP to see what he thought. He's the one, and Richard got off work in time to go with me. He's the one that diagnosed me with Bell's palsy, because he knew exactly then. He knew what was going on. When I had seen him the week before, I didn't have those symptoms. I just had the arm symptoms going on. So anyway, he diagnosed me with Bell's palsy, and then I started doing the research, and I was like, yes, this is what this is. So again, it's not as severe as some people have, but it's enough to really get on my nerves. I had to put an eye patch on the other night to keep my eyes shut while I was sleeping, so your eye doesn't get harmed. Anyway, I have to chew on this side of my mouth. I have to chew, on this side of my mouth. If I chew on this side, because it's drooping here, I bite myself. So I've got some spots in here where I've done that. So I'm trying to remember to chew on this side. Anyway, crooked smile and everything. So that's where I am. My voice sounds different, I think, because it's just I've got to force it out. So I hope it doesn't sound like I'm yelling too much. But that's the video, and I'll do another one to catch you up if anybody's interested. This is day. And I'm on steroids, which I did not. I really fought my doctor about going on prednisone, but I'm going to take a 9-day round of prednisone. Today is day number 4 or 5. I think it's 5. So I'll be finished with that by Saturday. I'm going out of town Saturday, so hopefully that'll be fine. Anyway, trying to think of everything just to put it in a little nutshell. I've already used almost 8 minutes. I don't want to make it too long. So if anybody has any information about Bell's palsy, I've already talked to one friend, and she's been extremely helpful. I appreciate prayers. I just need this to get finished with so I can get back to what I'm doing. My arm especially. My GP is going to send me to a neurologist just to see what's going on with my ulnar nerve, because that affects the last 2 fingers. I've also noticed my thumb and index finger will go numb as well, and that is indicative of the other nerve that is in the carpal tunnel. So I'm not sure if a virus has gotten in there and I've also done some spiritual work and taken care of some things that I thought maybe, could be a doorway, an inroad for some things. But if you pick up a virus, you pick up a virus. And I tested negative for Lyme's disease, so that was good. If I need another test, we'll see about that. Anyway, I think I've talked long enough. That's the gist of what's going on. So thank you, my friends that are praying for me, and just let you know this is, of course, this is not going to get me down. I'm not going to stop doing the ministry that I'm doing. The enemy will not stop me, because people, God wants people healed and freed, and if I can be a part of that, then that's what I'm here for. And also, I want to continue working on my jewelry, so I need both of my hands to finish working on my jewelry to be able to fund some of my clients and take care of that as well. So this is Linda with the Light Station Express, the relay station, and that's the news for you today. Thank you so much for listening. I would welcome your comments and help and prayer if anybody has any. I was also looking up foods that are good for fighting a viral infection, because I really do think that's what happened. I don't know how, but I think that's what was going on. So anyway, I'm going to stop now and let you go back to whatever you were doing. Thanks for listening. I love all of you. Thanks for praying. Bye-bye.